Sir, we are live. So, with your due permission, we are starting today's session. A very good afternoon and to all of you present on today's session on mitigation of litigation in medical practice. And to present this topic, today we have with us as a keynote speaker Dr. M. Balasubramanian. He is the founder, secretary, and past chairman, IMA PPL SSS. He is also IMA past state president and secretary, and IMA past national vice president. Let me share an overview of today's session. Mitigation of litigation in medical practice involves proactive strategies to reduce the risk of legal disputes from healthcare professionals by maintaining clear and throughout medical records, fostering effective doctor-patient communication, adhering evidence-based guidelines, and obtaining informed consent. Medical practitioners can minimize the potential for lawsuits. And now, without wasting any more time, I would like to hand over the session to Balasubramanian, sir. Sir, over to you. Please proceed.
Thank you. My talks are ideas. See, today's topic is mitigation of litigation in medical practice. The word mitigation is used in disaster management and hazards management. So the word mitigation means reducing substantially. So here also, see, we medical professionals, we seldom think of lawsuits or Consumer Protection Act cases against it. We have been doing our job sincerely and to the benefit of the patients. But some of the patients, some of the dissatisfied patients, they take up litigation against the treating doctor. The slides are not moving.
Sir, could you please try once? You can click on the screen, right click on the screen. Sir, click there.
Now it's moving. The medical profession is the oldest and noblest. Yeah, now the slides are moving. The medical profession is the oldest profession and noblest profession. And the modern medicine has been changing periodically. That is why it is able to keep itself alive. It always adapts, and improve itself. So right from mortal missile and other things, so many improvements have been taking place in the medicine. Every decade, we have improvement in one or other aspect of the medicines. 50 years ago, the doctors were held in high esteem. We just use a letter pad and a small bag. It's called doctor's bag, where we put all the things and treat. And many times the patient attenders will not allow us to carry this doctor's bag. Today, the doctors bring back life, not by visiting, by sending ambulances. These are not just vehicles, but they are equipped with ECG machines, defibrillators, oxygen, suction apparatus, and a well-trained medical technician apart from drivers. But even on doing this, doctors are held under suspicion. So this is the change in time. Because of the change in time, there is change in patients' attitude. The consumerism has crept in also into the medical field, and the patients have become consumers rather than the followers of our medical treatment. The medical thing has become high-tech with joining of engineers. Previously, doctors were inventing the equipments which they needed, but now the biomedical engineers, they are giving a helping hand and coming out with the medical gadgets, diagnostic as well as treatment things. The hospital was called nursing home. Nursing home is the second home for the patients apart from their homes. Now the hospitals have become a marvelous one with joining of architects. They design the hospital in such a way it looks well, and so but the hospital has become a business place. And hospital with joining of the stylish MBAs with the ties and inshirts and other things, shoes. They do the marketing. They go to the so many referring doctors and other things. And so, see, you can see Chandramukhi tickets being given by one of the premier hospitals. With jailer now, more such things would have been occurred. And there is a change in us also. See, practice requires 70% attitude, 20% skills, and 10% only knowledge. So if you ask what is required, most required, it is the attitude. Then they should have skills and the basic knowledge. The attitude means humanity, humility, humor. Skills mean training under supervision. Knowledge means degree, CME, and update with various journals like IJCP. So these things are being required for the doctors. They have to keep on updating themselves. And if you do not update yourself, you become outmoded. See, practice or doctor-patient relationship is like a seesaw. If the doctor is honest and noble, he wins the trust and faith of the patients, and doctor foot remains on the ground. But if there is bad communication and commercialization, which leads to distrust and suspicion on the patient part, and the patient is not willing to believe or have confidence, what is that? So doctor also has got certain rights and patients are also got certain rights. Patient rights are doctors' responsibilities and doctors' rights are patients' responsibility. But we have to enforce our rights subtly with the patient, but we have to strictly follow the patient's rights as our utmost responsibilities and never fail in this. See, the point doctor should be intent
I would like to request all the participating doctors, please be in this session as Dr. Bala Subramanian sir is facing some network problem. He will be in this session very shortly. Please be in this session. I would again like to request all the participating doctors, please be in this session. Dr. Bala Subramanian sir is joining very shortly. He's facing some network issues. He will be in this webinar very shortly. Sir, I can see the PPT. Yes, right now I can see you.
Okay. So the patient expects doctor to possess all the qualities right from A to Z. He requires qualified person. More level. Reassuring, skillful, trustworthy, understanding, vigilant, wise, extra, yielding, zestful. So the patient's reaction is he never forgets a good doctor. He is loyal to a good doctor and never forgives a bad doctor. So whenever he comes across a doctor and if he thinks the doctor is bad, he spreads the message not only to the people who are visiting him, but he rings up to his friends, kith and kin, and tells bad about the doctor and the bad experience which he had with that doctor. If it is a good doctor, but he never spreads the message. If someone asks about the doctor, he will say my doctor is good. But if he is bad, he keeps on spreading the message. Yeah. So patients has got many options, and he is backed by consumer activists, lawyers, consumer association, and the pity is some of the doctors themselves, they spread the message that bad about the doctor who has dealt with that patient. So, patient is being given messages and support from the consumer activist, lawyer, consumer association, and doctors. Which are the alarming situation? Patient or relative express dissatisfaction, asking to take a second opinion, asking to shift the patient, complication or an unexpected result, death of a young patient, request for medical record, failure of patient to keep scheduled follow-up, and age, if it is younger, the more the problem. Education, highly educated and even illiterate, they give the problem. Social service, social class, service class is the most vulnerable people. Economical, practically no bar. Even the rich or poor, they want to file a suit and get the compensation from the doctors. So these are the alarming situations by which we should be take a clue that the patient is not dissatisfied and other things. See, this is the case. Dr. Kunal Saha is a medical doctor versus Amri Hospital in Calcutta. Dr. Kunal Saha is an NRI working in AIDS research in Oha in USA. His wife, Mrs. Anuradha, a child psychologist, got her first appointment in USA, decided to visit India before joining. They came to Calcutta in April 1998. On April 25th, she developed skin lesions and consulted Dr. Suma, who assured without any prescription. Rashes reappeared more aggressively on May 7 and consulted Dr. Mukherjee, who administered an injection. Kunal Saha, he admitted the patient in Amri Hospital, Calcutta on May 11th. With no improvement, she was shifted to Breach Candy Hospital in Mumbai. She was flown from Calcutta to Mumbai. She died on May 28th. So, even though she received treatment for a week or 10 days at Breach Candy, they did not file a case against Breach Candy. Dr. Kunal Saha filed a criminal and civil suit. Criminal suit was dismissed. National Commission awarded 1.73 crore. See, every district forum, state commission and national commission, they had a ceiling. Anything more than a crore has to be in the national commission. So now it is not so. Even the state commission can deal with 5 crores and district with 1 crore. Not satisfied with the compensation, Dr. Kunal Saha appealed in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court awarded 6 crores in 2013. The verdict came in 2013, and 6% interest was added to that, and 11.41 crores was to be paid by 2 dermatologists and Amri Hospital. Dr. Kunal Saha formed an organization for people for better treatment and instigated many consumers to file CPA against the doctor cases. Here they got the highest compensation punishment. So we doctors have to take certain precautions. Doctors should be careful in selecting the patient and during examination, investigation, diagnosis, and management of the patient. Doctor has the right to choose the patient, and especially that and other people, maybe the doctor should be extra careful. Doctor should keep himself well informed of the latest development in medical science, because the patients, they get the knowledge from the Google. We should not criticize colleagues. We should employ only qualified or well-trained assistant. So even if the assistant commits a mistake, then the doctor is held liable. Should obtain valid consent during examination and treatment. Maintain proper and complete medical records. Should apply reasonable care and skill during examination and treatment. Should not involve in unethical practice. Should not involve in professional misconduct. Should have membership in professional protection schemes. So every doctor has to learn about learn. Learn. L for listen patiently. E for explain reasonably. A for acknowledge empathetically. R for recommend suitably. N negotiate economically. So every doctor has to learn about this learn. And also you should learn ABCD also. A for not for apple. A for alert and attend immediately or at the earliest. B is for behavior, bill, better personal relationship. C for communication, consent and care. D for documentation and know and apply do's and don'ts. E for efficiency, expertise, encourage second opinion, employ qualified or well-trained staff nurses. F for follow the accepted and routine line of management. And also follow and practice your own pathy. Don't cross pathy or do mixopathy. Get all necessary investigation done. And the US insurance company lays 9 R's to be followed. R for rapport. The doctor should have a good rapport with not only the patient attenders, and he should be rational in his approach and treatment. He should not indulge in irrational approaches or treatment. And he should maintain records. Documentation is the most essential, which will speak in the consumer forum. Whatever things we explain orally may not have that much value as the record. So always maintain the records and never give adverse remarks either about the patient attenders or colleagues or any other doctors also. Never be careful in your remarks. And the RX, the treatment part, we should follow only the accepted line of management. There can be two schools of thought. You will be justified to follow anyone, say medical treatment or surgical. The next R is the res ipsa loquitur. It means that things speaks for itself. After a abdominal surgery, we have a few days back, after that, if a knife protrudes out, it speaks itself. And always respect. Give respect and take care. If you want respect, people, attenders, patient to give, you give respect to the patient and attenders. And the results only the speaks. We should be successful in all the things. The patient should walk out. Even if he comes on a stretcher, we should ensure that he walks out alive and things. So, and if there may be risk. So we have to, high risk cases should be explained to the patient attenders, and proper consent should be obtained. Safety is the first thing which is required. And the 10th R is the register in PPA, Professional Protection Scheme, and either in the IMA or with private insurance. See, to practice without backup or registering in insurances will drain out all the money which we have earned all these years. And the role of specialty association is each specialty association should spell out various omissions and commissions and also accepted complication in each procedures. Here, the OG has come out with medical legal aspects in this. And IMA also, we had a session in Thiruvananthapuram years back. We invited consumers and informed them, through them inform the patients, and IMA will educate the doctors. So the balance will be good doctor-patient relationship will be maintained by the IMA through the IMA and other things. So the need of the hour is from change from disease-centered approach to patient-centered approach. See, when we walk into the hospital, we ask about how is the typhoid case, how is the diarrhea case, like that. Anyway, it should not be that way. It has how is Mr. Raman, how is Mrs. Sita, like that. It should be a patient-centered approach. We should remember Father of the Nation's word. Here the customer means patient. He is the most important person in our premises. He is not dependent on us. We are dependent on him. He is not an interruption to us. He is our purpose. We are not doing him any favor. He is providing us an opportunity to serve him. So this should be displayed in our hospital and also remembered by each one of us, and we should be able to respect the patient and render our best services to each and every patient, considering even if they are from the poor state, we should consider them as VIP and give the treatment. So, since it is a half-an-hour program, I have prepared the slides for 20 minutes and run on auto. Sorry for the things which happen because of the certain technical difficulties. If there is any doubt.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful session. You covered all the aspects very well. So now we will move forward to our question answer round. For that, I would like to request all the participating doctors, please paste your comment. And if you want to ask any question to sir, please also paste it in the chat section so that I can put forward it to sir. As we are already over the time, I would like to request all the participating doctors, please be hurry and share your queries and comment.
I have not touched upon assaults on doctors and attack on hospitals. It is a separate topic. Whatever the patients are eligible legally, only I have mentioned them, and how to safeguard ourselves from legal proceedings, right from consumer, civil, criminal things, even from the medical NMC, we have to safeguard ourselves.
Thank you, sir. We already received question. Our first question is, what is implied consent?
What is that? Implied consent. See, when a patient walks into the doctor's chamber, he accepts to take the treatment from the doctor. So this is an implied consent. Taking his relevant history and doing medical examination is accepted. Only if we are doing a procedures or anything, we have to get the consent. And when we are examining a patient, we have to have a lady attendant. So when the patient gets the prescription from us or investigation slip, it implies that he has consented to undergo the investigations. So these are called implied consent. But if whenever we are doing a procedure, we have to explain to them or things, then we have to take a written consent.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving forward to our next question. The question is, as in the past, it was sort of unwritten rule, ERR consent, to examine a patient by all four methods as per our training. There was no written or even verbal consent. In today's practice, do we have to take a written consent from every patient, or a verbal consent is sufficient? In the latter, we either records the consent by the audio, or if not do a recorded video. I have to have the witness, female attend, nurse in case of female, or anyone in case of a male. Traditionally, we post a female attendance while examine a female patient. Is it going to be vice versa in case of a female doctor attending a male patient?
Yes, yes, definitely. Definitely. See, taking the history, doing the inspection, palpation, percussion, auscultation. See, it is all implied consent. It comes under implied consent. Only thing is when we do a percussion on an examination couch and other things, we should have the attendance, because sometimes we are tapping on certain delicate parts of the body. So it is always better to have the patient attenders with us and explain. The doctor has to explain what he is going to do and what is the cooperation he needs from the patient. So, but if you want to do a perirectal examination or pervaginal examination, definitely you have to get the consent, especially two finger pervaginal things. So it is better explain to the patient, get the consent, have the paramedical and the patient attenders, and do the procedures. And we do not require video recording. Privacy of the patient is required. So we need not have the video recording. Video recording we have when we going to do a surgery or anything, have the patient or patient attenders and tell them that we are going to video record. So we have to inform them also. Even if you have a CCTV camera, it should be displayed. This area is under CC coverage, camera coverage. So mostly when the NABH, National Accreditation Board for Hospitals, they give the guidelines how to take the history and examination and consent, and when to video record and other things are given in NABH things. So each hospital can have entry-level accreditation, which is easier to get and follow the procedures and get.
Thank you so much, sir. Moving forward to our next question. The question is not consent necessary from the spouse to do MTP?
See, the not only MTP, even sterilization, sometimes it requires. We may require. So, but if the patient's parents are there, get the signature and other things, it is there. And even if the husband comes and fight, it will not be valid. But the option should be given to the patient to bring her husband and get the signature. And if she says the patient husband is not in station and other things, the parent's signature should be obtained. So we have to get the consent, not only from the patient or also witness from the either the parent or the husband. Previously, when we had HIV, the AIDS test being done, initially because of the privacy, if the husband is positive, they, they were insisting that they should not tell the wife. But the court has come clearly that if a person is suffering from a transmissible disease, then the spouse should be examined. So it should be told about the disease. So nowadays we do not have a problem. We reveal the results also. So it is better to have the consent from the husband. See, nowadays we allow husband to watch the delivery, wife's delivery. So in that case, his consent also is required. But legally, if he is out of town, the parent signature, or if it is necessary, it has to be done immediately. We can go ahead. Saving the life of the patient is of utmost importance than the consent from the spouse.
Thank you so much, sir, answering all the queries. I hope, doctors, you have got your answers. Thank you so much for joining today's session, and especially thanks to Dr. Bala Subramanian sir for the wonderful lecture that he has presented. And for that, most of them are thanking you for the wonderful presentation. Thank you so much, everyone, for your warm comments. Thank you so much. So with this note, shall we conclude the session here, sir, today?